Good evening and welcome to this evening's concert. This has been a day where Corbin High School Jazz Ensembles come to campus and we spent some time working with them today on some of their music. And the whole idea of this particular concert is that a lot of times when we're working on music, when we have our semester concert begin, we work, and all for a very long time, and we perform it at once. But this gives an opportunity to perform some of the music a little bit earlier on in the semester, get a little bit of feedback on it, so that you get an opportunity to perform earlier rather than just on the spring concert. And it works the same for the high school band and for the college band as well. So what you're going to hear tonight is the Corbin High School Jazz Ensemble is going to play 3 pieces, and the University of Chicago Jazz Ensemble is going to play 3 pieces, and at the very end, we're going to combine both groups and work on those pieces together. So today we've spent some time working on the music that they're going to perform for you this evening. We talked a little bit about improvisation. We've had a couple of sessions where we talked about instrument-specific things, so for saxophones or for trombones or whatever, so people could learn a little bit more about how to do that. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the Corbin High School Band. After they do that, we'll have a quick reset for the University of Cumberland's band, and then one last quick reset for the combined band. So let's get a big hand for Corbin.
Hi, I'm Ben Duncan. I'm the band director of Corbin High School. And I just want to say, first of all, thank you all for coming tonight and just appreciating music, supporting music, and I hope that you're having fun so far. We've got one more tune in our first set. We're going to play it a style of music called Bossa, and this piece is called Bossa Madeira. You can find it in the program. And then the University of Cumberland's jazz band is going to come out, and we'll join them later in the evening. But you all have already figured this out. I'm sure some of you all have been to jazz concerts before. If you hear something you enjoy, whether it be a solo or a feature moment, jazz is a little bit different sometimes in classical or symphonic settings. Feel free to applaud and let them know that you enjoyed what you've heard. So we've got one more tune. So far you've heard solos from one of our students, Zach Reisner. He's a senior student. We've actually got two. They're filling in for a sixth student of ours, Mr. Joe Jordan's also has to say. In this last piece, you're going to hear Zach Reisner once again, and his sister, Julianne Reisner, is going to both play a solo in this final piece of ours, Bossa Madeira. Thank you. Set change and adjust for the University of Cumberland. While they're setting up, I just want to take a quick moment to thank Mr. Grufeld over here for being such a great host to us today, working with our students. And yeah, would you all give him a round?
So if you're new to the jazz ensemble experience, one of the things that you'll notice is you have a lot of places where the full group plays, the composer's written everything out, everybody knows exactly what part they do. But another part of the jazz tradition is a lot of solos, whether it's a Corbin group, and on this group here. And traditionally, the solos were always improvised. Somebody would make it up on the spot. And the way that happened was back in the early New Orleans traditions, they would play these songs that everybody knew, and then they start to kind of, make it a little fancier, a little bit more ornate, and they start to get even more fancy to the point where you didn't necessarily hear the original melody in there, but it kind of hinted at it and that kind of thing. So that's a tradition that's going on. Now, when we teach students how to play music in the school system, we teach them from day one, this is what note to play, this is how long to play it, and that kind of stuff. And then suddenly we turn around and say, oh, now just make stuff up and be creative. And it can be super intimidating. So what you heard on that, all four of the soloists on that tune did something kind of in between. I gave them a little rhythm sheet where I wrote out some of the rhythms, and then they had to go in and place some of the notes on the solos and make choices about what they thought would sound good, and change the rhythms if they didn't like what I wrote, and then you come up with their own solo. And it's kind of an intermediate process. So some of the solos you hear tonight will be completely improvised. Some of them will be a little bit pre-thought out, like some of yours. Let's go ahead and recognize our soloist. We have Hayden on the trumpet. This next tune we're going to do is called Orange Sherbet. It was written by Sammy Nestico. He wrote a lot of things for school groups, but he's best known for writing music for the famous Count Basie Orchestra, a jazz orchestra that was famous back in the 50s and the 60s, and really helped to kind of define the style of it. I have some people that are sitting in with me on this concert tonight. I'd like to recognize them. Let's see, the trombone section is Dr. John Warfield, our director. Back on the drums back there is Mr. Jim Corbin. He's our percussionist. And then a student of one of our former students is Noah Mullins. He's sitting in the back of the drum section. You're going to hear as a soloist on this tune our trumpet instructor, Mr. Joe Jordan. He lives down in Knoxville and he plays all over the place, literally. Spent some time playing with a group called the War and the Treaty. If you've ever get a chance to check them out, you should. They play literally all over the United States. They've been on television several different times. But this is Joe Jordan's going to be playing. one of the things that we enjoy about doing this particular event is not only does it give us an opportunity to work with the high school students, but also to kind of bring them to the campus, let them look around, see what they think about it. The last week, we sit next to the college students, do that, picture themselves and think, maybe I can play in a college game someday. And I'll tell you this as parents, I know there's a lot of parents out there that are important students. One of the things you may not realize, you hear about these athletes getting these great scholarships, and you say, I don't know, wonder if we can get that for you. But at any rate, colleges have scholarship money for students. So if your student is playing in band in high school and is thinking about going to college, and they want to continue to make music, I encourage them to apply for a music scholarship. Some places have it specific for music majors, but most places have it for anybody that wants to participate in ensembles, and we're like that too. How many people in this group are not music majors? Okay. How many of you are playing an instrument that's different than your primary? Yes, we have a lot of people that do different things. Usually when I do that, half the band raises their hand. The concert band would be that. But at any rate, we have students that come here that major in lots of different things, that play in our ensembles and sing in our choirs and do that kind of thing. So if your student is interested in going on to college, have them check out the music opportunities. Because I always hate to see it when they go through all 4 years of high school, and they put in all this time, and then they go to college and they put their music on the shelf. And it hurts. Because, I always tell people, I say, the least experienced college freshman is 1 year more experienced than the most experienced college senior. So that, you just get to where you can do greater and greater things when you become so I like students to have the opportunity. So one quick last word about Cumberland specifically. You may know this or you may not know this, but several years back, our president decided to cut tuition significantly for Cumberland. It used to be $22,000+ a year, which was typical for private colleges. He called us all to a meeting and he said, we're cutting tuition by 57%. We cut it down to what's like $98.50 or something like that. I've actually priced this against a lot of the state schools, and we're actually getting to the point now where we're actually more affordable than a lot of state schools. When they started doing the one price promise, where they don't want students getting out of here with more than $4,000 in debt for a single school year. So if your student is interested in Cumberland, we are now definitely one of the most affordable universities in the state of country. So we're going to do one more with just the college band, and then we're going to bring the Corbin band back up and do one last one. So this is called Backwards. Before I do, I want to recognize soloist I let off for starting junior. Eighth up on the trumpet. Jacob Greenland.
All the brass off stage, section doesn't stay, and the saxes are just spread out. Brass doesn't go up.
Okay, at the time of putting the program together today, we weren't really sure who were going to be the soloist because we had a little session today on improvisation and it was later in the day. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you the soloist now. So at the end of the tune, instead of me having to say, the soloist of blah, 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 you can just have thunderous applause for everybody. Congratulate them on a great performance. So on the solo, we're going to have, let's see, alto saxophone, Zach from Corbin. On the trumpet, the trombone, James from the University of Maryland. Also, you can clap. Julianne's going to play trombone solo as well, correct? And on the trumpet from the University of Maryland, and then Alex on the now you clap.